I wanted to share with you guys the difference between a private park like this one and a federal park is pretty stark, especially if you like space. There's no vegetation separating you two. The picnic table is sitting right against the electric and all the hookups, so you got to keep the kids on this side. Private parks, if they have a playground, which a lot don't, I would say about half of the private parks that you find are age restricted. What that means is that if you're not 55 and over, you are not allowed to camp there. So one of the things that we do is we look for parks that have a playground, because clearly if they have a playground, it's not age restricted. But the playground itself is kind of an interesting point, because a lot of private parks, when they do have playgrounds, they're kind of like this one. It's a business, and when government entities do it, they don't necessarily do it as much for the money as much as for the experience of the citizens.
We all live on time we borrow, time our children to us lend. Here today, but gone tomorrow, like a spark fly in the wind. We all look up to our fathers, all our lives if all is right, and we all need our mothers when the day is dark as night, and the drums of war are getting louder, a sound you never come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking on your door. Someone pulls an easy trigger, puts another to the ground in disbelief, staring at his fingers, through which his blood runs with his life.
Hold on, Axel. Hold on, baby. We just got here, and this is our campsite right here. And look what's across from our campsite. We're just gonna let the kids out and let them have at the playground for a little bit. This is awesome. Here's Brian waiting for me so that I can help him park right here. And the water's right there. First impressions are so awesome, I love it. But is this not a big difference? It's wild. So we just landed and everything is hooked up and spread out. Funny thing happened on the way to this campground. We stopped at Walmart like we often do, like we tell you guys. And one of the things that Brian and I said, well, we got the hose keeper installed. Let's buy a hose that we've been wanting forever. And we were like, oh, you know, it's 30 bucks, 35 bucks, and this hose we got is still good. I was like, oh, but it falls everywhere and I hate it, and I want a nice, you know, one that doesn't bend like a noodle all over the place. Well, we bought one. Good thing as it happens, because it's a new hose keeper and I did not latch it properly. So when we got here and we hooked up, I'm walking by and I look at the hose keeper and the door is open and there's no hose inside. So somewhere in Kentucky is our hose, and we apologize for dropping garbage on the road, but it's a new hose keeper and I couldn't I guess I didn't lock it right. Anyway, so I'm so glad we got a hose. So now we can clean our tanks on our way out of here. With that out of the way, let me talk to you guys a little bit about the space that you get in these parks. This one's a little odd. It's in a side of a really steep hill. It's pretty interesting. It goes all the way down to the water. Getting in here was a mega challenge. It took all our know-how that we've picked up along the way in order to park this baby up here, because we were backing up on a really steep hill and the angle was almost 90 degrees. But anyway, we got it in here, and it's a really extra long driveway. It's like at least 75 feet long. You're so far away that you're definitely not going to open up onto somebody's sewer hose or electrical or water line or whatever. As we sit right here where Brian is sitting, hi Daddy, we can just look at the kids playing in the playground. That's the big difference in coming into these parks is, you know, private campgrounds are just don't have this kind of space and this kind of beauty. We haven't explored anything yet. We just got here and it's already lovely. We got all the windows open, the air is flowing through, it's nice and breezy and cool.
The signs are there, right in front of us, for so long buried in the snow. Yes, here we are, shining diamonds, burning bridges as we go. And the drums are warm, are getting louder, a sound you never heard before. Gonna come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking on your door. Gonna come to your town, gonna find your corner, and we'll soon be knocking on your door.
We are on our way to explore the campground. It's very hilly. There's a Class A RV being towed up on the hill. Yesterday Brian put the truck in park when he was backing up just to take a look at things, and when he put it back in drive it made the most god-awful sound. Don't put your truck in park with a trailer, with a 10,000-pound trailer behind it. It doesn't like it when it goes back into drive. Things you learn, and you know, we were talking about it yesterday. It's funny. We were like, oh, that was a terrible sound. I hope nothing happened. And then this morning we see this Class A in the parking lot being towed.
Man's best friend. Get it? Jackets. Man's best. Best.
So clever.
Friend.
We always come to the bulletin board because there's always relevant information that you can find here regarding wildlife, trails, things to do and see, rules. These floating docks always make me nervous.
Be very careful.
Look at these flowers. There's pink, this one and that one. They're all together now.
I see it.
I feel tipping. It's jiggling.
Just walk down the middle.
I think Papa likes the other deck better. This one is a bit precarious. The other one has a railing.
Pretty little flowers. Oh, a feather.
That's a big one.
Here, I'll move it over. Let's see what the other side looks like.
Can I
I wonder if we can
You want me to
disinfect.
touch?
No, we'd have to spray it or something.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
it has mites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty feather
Pretty.
though. Wow.
Look, you can see where he ruffled his feathers on the edge.
Yeah.
They're all jagged.
Wow.
Where's
That's a flight feather.
Yeah.
And look at this dock.
A fishing dock.
Isn't it nice? You guys are gonna come here fish?
See if we have any worms left in the refrigerator, or if they came out and ate all our food.
Yum.
Oh, look how little, Aaron.
Whoa.
Look at that little purple.
Look, guys.
Nice.
Guys,
Those are some nice flowers, baby.
I picked some of that.
Look at this. How you can tell this has been sort of wet.
Underwater or
Underwater,
something.
see? That's
Yeah.
the look of it. It's got a dirty.
Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, I think this gets up to
Yeah.
up in there, like where that.
Yeah, because this deck looked like it's
Oh
underwater.
yeah, the whole thing.
Isn't that interesting?
And that's how that rock over there gets
yeah.
weathered
yeah.
with water into it like that. Those
Right,
pockets. The water sometimes is all the way up to here. You can see these lines of
Yeah.
rubbish right here. That's where
We
the
can
water-
tell that that's where the water can come up to, because this used to be the shoreline. So that means it covered that deck. They have an outhouse here, and I bet the outhouse is for winter when they close the plumbing and stuff down, because they shut this park down at the end of October.
Yeah. Look, cherry tomato. You want one?
Are we right?
Yep, those sure are. Axel, look,
Look,
little
Axel, you want to
tomato
pick one?
ready
You wanna
from the
pick one?
vine.
I don't like tomato.
Oh, you should try these. They're yummy. I think this sign says, whoever parks here gets to enjoy the garden. Is that what you said?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the one that's here.
Ooh, the wind feels good, doesn't it?
Yep, it's blowing. It's blowing though.
Does it feel different on your head when the wind blows now?
So that's our little tour around this park, campground. It's funny, for an Army Corps of Engineer park, it's built a little strangely. I think it's just the challenge of putting a campground on such a steep hill. We tried to find a trail or something like that and we can't find anything. So we'll keep exploring, and if we find one, we'll share it with you guys.